Division is something that could definitely be used to describe our country right now. America is so divided. There is so much civil unrest and so much civil tension that it has crept into ministries, it has crept into household, marriages, businesses, and we are feeling it sometimes on a day-to-day basis. My name is LK Way. I'm the wellness writer for the True Age Now blog, as well as the wellness coach for my own personal wellness brand. And I really need to talk to you about not allowing the civil unrest that we're looking at or facing or dealing with in our country to make its way into your home or your ministry or even your place of business. If you are a business owner, maybe you've noticed this. Maybe you have employees that, for example, one of the hot topics is deportation. Maybe some of them have family that's being deported. Maybe some of them feel a certain way about it and others do not. That's a really hot topic that's definitely causing a lot of people to be up in arms. There's bills or a bill that was just passed, and there's other issues within our government that are making people very angry, very antsy. I've heard it over the last couple of years. It continues to escalate. I've heard people say, I hope he dies when Biden was in office. I've heard people from the pulpit talk about all the people that voted for Trump are racist and call him names. I'm not going to say the name, and just really overgeneralize people as, oh, well, you're voted for red, so you're this, and you voted for blue, so you're all that. And that's not the case. We're humans. We're complex. I don't even think any of the Republicans are all Republican or the Democrat are all only Democrat on every single issue all the time. And the tension has gotten really ridiculous. It's gotten very heated. It's caused a lot of arguments. It's caused people not to talk to each other anymore, not to want anything to do with each other anymore. And this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it's also very strategic. Please make no mistake about it. It is strategic. And I just want to draw your attention to the spiritual for just a moment, because we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. We actually wrestle with principalities and powers in the high places, and division is their thriving ground. They thrive when nations or households or ministries or whatever it is are not in unity. When they're not in unity, when we're not in unity, when there's tension, demonic entities have a field day. What's the word? A house divided cannot stand. And that's absolutely correct. A house divided cannot stand. We're stronger when we're together. We're stronger when we're in unity. So we may not be able to impose that on our whole entire nation, but you can definitely have that in your house. You can have that in your place of business. You can have that in your ministry. This is not the time to be divided. This is the time to be unified. If you find that you are getting pulled into conversations about civil unrest and things that are happening in the news to the point where you're up in arms within your own household, you brought the bull crap into your home, and you need to take the bull crap and put it back outside and not let it infiltrate your home, because you need to have peace in your home. And you have to remember that you, your spouse, your family, your friends, you're on the same team. You're on the same team. And even if you have different views and you don't agree on things, as we will not agree on everything, you still love that person. You still love your family. You still care for your ministry. And we have to be mature enough to look at each other in the eyes and in our heart, say, you know what? I don't really agree with that, but I love you anyway. I'm looking out for you. And we're just going to agree to disagree. We have to be able to do that. We cannot take on the attitude of confrontation and just contention all the time and strife, because the Bible says where strife and jealousy is, that where envy and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work. So if you have an atmosphere where there's strife, you have a cesspool. And in that cesspool, you have all type of things happening: debauchery, lying, jealousy, envy, discord. You have all these things that come to play. So why would you want that in your household? If you're finding that you're getting a little bit antsy, a little bit a little bit angry, your household's a little bit tense, and a lot of that comes from conversations that have to do with politics or things that are happening in the news and different situation or current events, you need a hard stop And you need to make sure to make the decision right now, today. Talk to whomever you need to talk to in your household and say, you know what? That mess ain't coming in here. That mess is going to stay out there. It's not going to come in my house and have my house on discord. I remember I had to say that one time because at one time, me and my husband were at odds with something. And I'm like, and it's funny. It's like we both realized it at the same time. We're like, wait a minute. We're not going to let that come up in here. So we had to make a decision like, nah, y'all keep that out there. Y'all want to be fussing and fighting and here in this household, we're going to have some peace. So I just wanted to say that to encourage you. It can be done. You can agree to disagree. You can agree to disagree. You have to focus on what's more important to you. And what's more important, partaking in the mess that's happening out in the world, or having that home of peace and shalom, where you leave all that crap outside and you enter into your home and you're in a realm of peace, you're in a realm of tranquility, you're in a realm of joy, and you cultivate that realm. Even if you have a business, it's a little bit different. If you have a business establishment, you may have to pray and set the atmosphere in that business before your employees get there, or you may have to have a nice chat with all your employees and tell them, listen, I understand we're all different. We have very heated feelings about these things, but the workplace, we're not going to be discussing that here. Okay. And I would appreciate if you don't discuss it in the parking lot either. You have to say things like that, because then they be in the parking lot, walk right inside and bring the mess inside. Or they was talking in the parking lot. So set those boundaries so that you can have a place of business, but also a peaceful place of business. And that's all I wanted to say about that. I just noticed it was getting very intense. I noticed people were really, really getting into their feelings and lashing out at one another. And I'm like, this cannot be something that we allow to break up our homes, break up our families, and weed its way in to our homes or our ministries or even some of our businesses. My name is LK Way. Hopefully you found this video to be very helpful. If so, please like my video. Please share if you found the information helpful and you know someone that would benefit from it. And once again, my name is LK Way, and I'm wishing you an awesome day today.